Hello, so we're going to do a little bit of exploration of this threshold that we're in of moving from one year to the next, at least in the Gregorian calendar. And so you might want a journal and a pen or maybe some art supplies to kind of go through this exploration. So as you reflect on the previous year, the last 12 months, I want you to think of one thing that you're grateful for that this year brought. And as you write that one thing down, let's see if you can tap into that felt sense of gratitude for this, this activity or this person or this experience or this place. And then reflect on one thing that had a very deep impact on you. And this could be something that you have gratitude for. It could be something that was painful. It can be a big thing. It can be a small thing. So what is one thing in this last year that made a deep impact on you? And of course, there might be more than one thing. And so as we go through this and if you want to go a little bit deeper, you can, take as much time as you want with each of these categories and explore them with one to many, many things. And as you reflect on at least one thing that had a deep impact on you, again, feel into that felt sense of whatever it was that impacted you, whether it was excitement and joy, or grief and loss, or wonder, or anticipation. And then reflecting as we move forward into the next year, what is one thing that you want to take with you from this year into the next? So this could be a quality that you bring, this could be an activity, it could be something from this year or something you've been doing for a long time. It can be a relationship. So what's one thing that feels important to you and something that you want to definitely continue to cultivate in the next year? And after you name this thing, this person, this being, this quality, what is one concrete thing you can do to cultivate this? Whether it's reaching out to this person every Saturday, or it's finding an activity or a practice that cultivates a sense of courage or patience, or it's visiting a particular place. So write down one action that you can take that will help you cultivate this thing that you want to bring into the following year, into the next year. And then think of one thing that you would like to leave behind in this year. And same thing, once you've named that thing, what is one concrete thing, one action that you can do if and when this arises? So I might say I want to leave fear behind in the previous year. And there might be times that fear arises in the following year. And so what is one practice that I can do that can address that thing? And so it might be bringing my hand to my heart when I feel that fear and giving it a sense of comfort and safety. It might be I'm going to reach out to a therapist and start working on this thing and see where I get stuck in it. It might be I'm going to journal about it and kind of get it out of my systems and onto paper so it's not just living in my body. But it could be many, many things. It could be setting a boundary. So what is one concrete thing that you can do when and if this thing that you want to leave behind resurfaces in the next year? And then finally, so we're at the end of this year, I want you to think about the end of next year. And what is one hope, desire, vision, dream that you have that the end of next year you will feel like, experience? And whenever I'm working with intentions, I like to make them embodied. And so rather than maybe saying, I will have this kind of relationship with my body, or I'll feel strong, or I will feel grounded, whatever it is that we're hoping for. Instead of thinking there's this year that's going to happen, and maybe at the end of that year I'll have that, we put it in our systems as if it's already happening. So rather than I will be grounded or I will be present, I am grounded, I am present. And then see if you can feel into your body, what would it feel like to have that experience? Because most likely you have had inklings of that in small ways, and there's a desire to feel more of that. And so tune into that feeling, that time that you have felt it. It could be in a very small way. It could be seconds or minutes. It could be in a particular place with a particular person. See if you can tap into that feeling. And if there is a movement or a gesture or a shape or an image that helps you access this in the here and now rather than in 12 months from now, it will help you kind of anchor into that. Like, this is my intention for the year. So some people have like a word of the year, which is great. But instead of I'm doing this intention, which generally they last for a little bit and then they fall off. But if there's like a deep intention that you can tap into and then embody it and tune into that intention every day, that can support you to anchor into like, this is my intention for the year. And so it's not just something I think about, but it's something that I put into my nervous system and I live and I embody. And so if you're, again, I'm just throwing out examples. It could be I'm present, or I'm grounded, or I'm patient, or I am loving towards myself. when you feel that, if there is a shape or a movement or a gesture, so it could be like a kind of a lifting, it could be hands on your heart, it could be hands on your hips, it could be standing, it could be arms way up, or it could be more of an image. It could be a waterfall, or it could be the moon, or a tree. And so find something that anchors you to that. And then here's what you can do if, it sounds interesting. So this is kind of a structured vision board. And so if you're into those kind of things, you can create a piece of paper, get a piece of poster board, and actually do this. So have your gratitude, have your impact, have the thing that you want to bring with you, and the concrete thing that you can do to support yourself to do that, the thing you want to leave behind, the concrete thing you can do in order to work with that when and if it arises. And then on the bottom have this kind of, or maybe in the center, however you want to do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Having this in the center, this at the bottom or the top, wherever it is, this intention for your year. And then similar to the concrete actions, what's one concrete thing that you can do that can help you move in that direction? And then you can do that every single morning. You can wake up and say, okay, I am present. What's one thing that I can do to practice presence? I'm going to take 3 breaths before I get out of bed. Or I'm going to feel the water on my hands when I'm washing the dishes. And then at the end of your day, look back at your day and go, what's one thing I did that helped me practice presence? And it could be the same thing you said in the morning. So, oh yeah, I did take 3 breaths before I got up after I ate, or it might be something different. Oh, I was present with my kid when they came home from school, and I just sat down and I listened to them, and then we played a game. So it can be kind of the unexpected that can surprise you into it, or it can be like kind of a planned action step. So if you do this, I'd love to hear how it goes, what questions came up. If you do a visual and you want to share it, I'd love to see it. And Happy New Year if this is a new year that you celebrate. And thanks so much for watching. Take care.